Hello students, today we are going to discuss the question answers of first chapter of civics, that is constitution and the need of laws. So let's get started. First we have section A that we are going to discuss, which is here you have to choose one correct answer. For the first one, the rules and principles essential for efficient and proper governance of a country are mentioned in the constitution. So B would be the right answer for this one. The system of checks and balances in our constitution prevents the misuse of power by the government. This was a straight line, if you remember, on the very first page of the chapter. Question number 3 says, according to 2011 census of India, the sex ratio has dashed between this. It has decreased. We just saw in the chapter. Question number 4 says, which of these taxes was defied by Gandhiji? It was your salt tax that was defied by Gandhiji. Question number 5 says, the anti-liquor movement was led by women of which state? It would be the case of Andhra Pradesh that we have studied in the last section. Section B is our fill in the blanks. So question number 1 says, the government formulate laws according to the principle given in the constitution. So the right answer would be constitution. Okay. CON, just look out for the spelling. Okay, CONSTITUTION. Our constitution came into effect on, this is given on page number 1, that is 26th January 1950. That is when we just celebrate our Republic Day. Okay, so you don't have to write Republic Day, you just have to write this. Okay, so I will just erase this one. This was just for the reference. So our constitution came into effect on 26 January 1950. Question number 3 says, the Dandi March was a protest against the salt tax. It was against the salt tax. Okay. Moving on to next question, the dash movement was launched by women of Andhra Pradesh. It is our anti-liquor movement. Anti-LIQUOR. Okay. This is anti-liquor movement. This is U. Anti-liquor movement. Okay, all right. Now moving on to section C, that is short answers for the following questions. First one is, what is constitution? Why do we need to have a constitution? Now for this, what you do is you just come to the first page of the chapter and you have to start from the paragraph titled constitution. So you'll be starting from the start of this paragraph. This is your answer for C1. A constitution is an important document laying down the fundamental principles of the country. Now the second part of the question says, why do we need to have a constitution? For this, what you will be doing is you'll be writing this answer. This is your okay, hold on. This is your answer for C1. पार्ट ए जो है, जो वहाँ पर जो हमने मार्क कर लिया है वो, दैट इज for the first part of the question you will be writing the first two lines. For the second part, that is why do we need a constitution, for this you will be writing is we need a constitution because according to hold on a second, because the laws are formulated according to the principles given in the constitution. Okay, so this is why we need the constitution. This is your C1 part 2. Okay, I'll just write part 2 here because part 1 of this question is this is given here, that is what is constitution. You'll be writing first these two lines and then you'll be writing this answer as part 2 of this question. Now coming on to question number 2, that is, why are laws essential? For this also you just come to this Okay, this is law is essential. Hold on. Constitution was drafted. Importance, need for laws. Egalitarian. Why are laws essential? It is saying laws are meant fair. There's socially equality. Establishing equality in society. It is traditionally unequal society. Like okay, all right. We need laws to make more important. Okay, for C2, what will be? This is question number two for section C. You will be writing from here. Let me just write it down. C2. Okay, laws are meant for the welfare of the security. They serve as means of bringing about social change and establishing an egalitarian society. You can just write it till here only. Okay. So for C2, you have to be on page number. This is your page number 208. You will be writing the first. These are first four lines of this paragraph. Okay. That is your answer for C2. Now moving on to C3, why was Dowry Prohibition Act passed? What do you know about it? So for this, what you do is you just come to this Dowry. Okay, all right. For the first part of the question, you will be coming to page number 208 and you will be writing this from here. This is your C3. To curb the practice of dowry, the government passed the Dowry Prohibition Act of 1961. This for the second part of the question, that is, what do we know about this? The act prohibited giving and taking dowry. According to the act, anyone caught giving or taking dowry is liable for both imprisonment and fine. So for both the parts, you will be starting from, this is your complete section to C3. You'll be starting from to curb the practice of dowry till the end of this paragraph and fine. This is your C3. Okay, moving on to C4. What is the difference between rule and rule of law? Now what you'll be doing for this one is you just come to this blank page. Like we have always done, you'll be drawing a table. Here you will be writing rule and here you will be writing rule of law. Okay. So for this one, you will be coming to page number first of the chapter. This paragraph, a rule is an established principle, a standard or guide for action. Rules are essential for efficient and proper governance of the country. So you'll be starting from here and till this. You will be writing the first three lines. This is your C4. Okay. This portion of the of this will go in this place. Okay. This will go in this place. These four lines, these three lines, these first three lines of the chapter. Okay, now what you'll be writing under this is, for this you come to the last section of the chapter. That is our paragraph title. This is our page number, your 20210. Okay, for this you'll be writing is, what is rule of law? A law which is against constitutional right provides framework administer. A law which is against the fundamental principle can be declared null and void. Okay, the rule of law. You will be starting from here. The rule of law implies that no one is above the law. This principle not only regulates the power of the government but also stresses that everyone is equal before the law. Thus, okay, you'll be writing till this point only. Okay. So these four lines you will be writing on the right hand side of this. Okay. And the first four lines of the chapter you will be writing here. Okay. So similarly, you'll be drawing a table. Okay. This is your C4. Now moving on to section D. Give long answers for the following questions. List four reasons why our constitution is important. Now for this, what you do is come to the first page of the chapter. Importance of constitution. You are given importance of constitution. This is your D1. In this you are given 3 and 4, 5. 5 points are there, but we are asked only about 4. So whichever 4 you find easy to learn, you can write them. Okay. Write any 4. Okay. So there are 5 points given to you and you can just write any 4 of them, whichever you find easy for your D1. Moving on to D2, what is female ferticide? Discuss the efforts made by government to curb the practice of female ferticide. For this one, the first definition you will be coming to, this is your page number 264. 264 is the section that is the last page of the book, that is your glossary. In the glossary for chapter 1, you will be finding it here. that it is given to us, that is female ferticide. So we'll be writing for the first part of the question, you'll be writing female ferticide, the act of killing an unborn female child. Okay. Now for the second part of the question, discuss the efforts made by government to curb the practice of female ferticide. For this you come to this laws and dissent, and okay. This is our page number 209. 209, okay. So in this you will be starting from here. To curb the practice of female ferticide, government has passed this act. It was brought into effect in okay PNDT Act. You can just cut out this line, ये line आपने नहीं लिखनी है, ठीक है. The PNDT Act prohibits the determination and disclosure of sex of the fetus. It also prohibits the advertisement of any violation of this is okay. What you can do is you can just leave out rest. What you can do is you can just write these 4 lines, okay. It is asking you what the government has done, so you'll be writing the name of the law that government has introduced for the in order to curb the practice of female ferticide, okay. So this is our D2, that is what is female ferticide. For this you come to glossary section. There is directly it is given to you what is the practice of female ferticide, the act of killing an unborn female child. For second part of the question, discuss the effort made by government to curb the female ferticide. You come to page number 209. On left hand side you will find these 4 lines which you have to write. Okay, all right. Now moving on to D3. This is your, let me just write it down. This is your D2. Okay. For third question, with the help of an example, explain that people can oppose unjust laws. You have to give one example. So in this case, we'll be writing about salt satyagrah. Okay, this is your section question number D3 on page number 209. This is D3. We'll be starting from here. The British imposed this and Lonsa, okay, all right, and Gandhi along with his follower, Dundee and village in Costa reached Dundee here. He protested against salt by making law this dignified challenge to authority of the government. The marked the you will be writing on April 6, making okay. You'll be writing till this point, okay, till this text by making salt. So what the question is saying is you have to give one example how people can oppose unjust laws. So this tax, like I told you, it was salt tax that was non justified by the government. It is like salt. The main argument of the leaders of our freedom fighters like Gandhi was salt is a basic necessity in every family and you cannot tax it. So there should be no tax imposed on the salt. So it was an unjust law and it was opposed by Gandhiji by these events that were there carried out by him. Okay, now we have Oates question number 4 and question number 5. For this, what you'll be doing is I have written these answers. What you'll be doing is you could just copy them down from here. This is your question number 4 and this is your question number 5. So what you'll be doing is for question number 4 you'll be writing this, and for question number 5 you'll be writing for question number 4 there was no constitution. Question number 4 is saying that why there were no constitution in earlier times. So the answer would be there were no constitution earlier times because there was a system of monarchy instead of democracy. System of monarchy, that is your rule of king. So if there is rule of king, there would not be any constitution. Constitutions are there when there is rule of people or there is rule of democracy. Moving on to question number 5, why sex ratio has declined in 2001 to 2011. What do you think happened in these 10 years? So as we have already studied in the chapter, the sex ratio has declined due to ill practices like female ferticide. So the practice of female ferticide that we studied, that is killing of the girl child in the womb, this has led to decline in the number of girls under the age of 6 since last 10 years. Okay, all right. So you can just like write these as answers to 4 and 5. That would be all. In next time we'll start with a new chapter.